Good day everyone. Today we'll take a look into cross-site request forgery. We will be going with the challenge 1 now. Before we start, pretty much CSRF by definition will need you to have more than one account where we can do the request forgery of. Okay, so with that in mind, I already have a default account. Other than the default account, I'm going to make one more account so I can initiate the CSRF actions. Okay, so I'm going to click on register a security shepherd account, username Chinny, password hacker@123, hacker@123, and sign me up. Okay, account is created. I'm going to save that credentials because I might not be able to remember that. And let me log into this account as well, the main account that I'll be using. Submit. Okay, I'll save this also just to be sure. So yeah, here we are. Now what I'll do is I'll go to challenges, CSRF and 1. So typically CSRF means we'll have to make another user make a request for us. Okay, so if you could make another user send a request or make a request for you or on behalf of you, then that will be called as cross-site request forgery. Okay, essentially the name is making another user make a duplicate request as I wanted or as the attacker wanted. Okay, so first challenge is actually fairly simple. As you can see, to complete this challenge you must get your CSRF counter above 0. Once the request to increment is, that should be like this. So where example ID should be my, my user ID should be incremented. My ID is this. Any user other than you, that's why I created one more account. Any other user have to visit this particular link in order to make the make the counter work. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and let's see how we can make the user send us the request. Okay, so typically what happens is we'll have to make a button or something like that the user can click, or we need to make some kind of script load that request automatically when something happens. But here for this challenge it is we need to provide the image URL here. Okay, so if I provide an image URL here, that will be added into this particular page. But what if I add something else? Will it only take image value? What if I give just a website name? http://www.alteromutual.com. That's just a website name, not an image name. Let's see what will happen. I don't see any error. So let me see. What about page source? We have a hint here. You might be looking for iframe embedded in the page. Same thing here. Try a tool like Firebug to make this stuff easier. Okay, so here I have a script. See, countdown to start time, etc. We have timers. We have another huge amount of script over here, and I can see error response. It's checking for some kind of validity, and here I see something called as CSRF token. I don't think it's relevant now, but that's something to keep in mind. Maybe we can see that in the coming challenges. So yeah, anyway, so all that information that we have is available in the code. Now what I can do is I can actually try to make the user open this particular stuff. Okay, so if this is the URL, let me open a notepad. I don't have a notepad here. nano file. Okay, so to make the URL, this is a URL, copy. This is a not URL, it's URI. In that we have to remove the user ID equal to, instead of giving example ID, I'll have to give my ID. I have to make the normal user execute my ID. So replace the user ID with that. And also a typical request will have http colon slash slash https colon slash slash web server, that is my server URL, web server slash. So should I give anything else, or do you think this would be enough? I don't see any other indication that it should be something else, because based on the request get and you have direct URI. So only thing that is missing here is example ID, which I already replaced with my ID. And the other thing that is missing is host value, which I have configured by that URL address. So that is looking good. Now I just need to take this fully constructed URL, copy, and if I paste it here, post message. Okay, so I think I have posted it, but again, unless someone loads this particular thing, this will not trigger. So to make it trigger, some other user have to load this page. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a private window. In the private window, I'll try to trigger it with the username that I created earlier, https://www dot, sorry, there is no www, web server, username is Chinny. I remembered the credentials there, so that's good. Now once I log in, let's observe live. Let me put them side by side. Okay, now if I go to challenges, CSRF, if I click on CSRF1, that should actually load my URL. Let's see how it will do that. Okay, and there you can see that Shepherd's image also available here, but it did not trigger what I wanted. So what is missing? Let me refresh here also. Oh, it's gone. Challenges, CSRF, CSRF1. There it is. I had to refresh. So once the user opened it, the image URL is triggered, the malicious URL is triggered, and as soon as it is triggered, I had to restart it to not restart, refresh it to get the result. So it's not instantaneous automatically. We have to restart. Why am I saying restart? Refresh the browser in order to get the result back to us. So yeah, fairly simple, I would say. So copy that, and since here you know the process, right, just paste it, get the flag, submit the flag in the browser to get your marks or flag submission. Copy, flag, flag, paste, submit, and that's done. So give that a try and see how that will work out for you. I'll see you again in the next one.